Welcome back, folks, to another Legacy League of Magic. We are doing it on Nick Fit, or as I like to call it, Green Black Midrange, and of course Legacy. So this is an interesting deck that I've actually never played before, but I think it's a pretty cool not combo, but like combo-y deck, where the entire point of this deck is kind of to get this Veteran Explorer package, kind of ramping you into some pretty nice 4 or 5 drops, and then have a Green Sun Zenith package. So when this card dies, you get to search your deck for 2 basic lands. And Cabal Therapy is basically a Thoughtseize-esque effect where you get to choose a non-land card in your opponent's hand, and then it has a flashback of sacrificing a creature. So basically the combo of this deck is you play out Veteran Explorer on 1, and then you either Cabal Therapy and then flash it back by sacrificing it, getting 2 lands, or you have Deadly Brew, which is each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, and then you can return a permanent to your hand other than the sacrificed card. And then basically that ramps you, and then you can play either Witherbloom Cramp, you can play something. And then you also have Grist, which is another sack outlet, and then however you say Henrika, you can also sacrifice it that way. So there's a plentiful ways to sacrifice it in the deck. Basically ramping you out, and the idea is that most people don't play more than 1 to 3 basics unless they're like a monocolored deck. Taxes, like Delver plays like 1 basic. Some other decks usually play there's plenty of decks that play maybe 1 to 3 basics max in the deck. Normally it's 1 to 2 or 0 basics, so you're kind of trying to punish decks for playing no basics to make it a one-sided ramp effect. And then it's just also like a mid-range deck. You have a combo here with Witherbloom Apprentice and Chain of Smog. Chain of Smog is you can target player, discards 2, and then that player can copy the spell and choose new targets. And then this is whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, you drain and gain. So basically, you gain 1 life and your opponent loses life. So if you have this on the battlefield with Chain of Smog, you can target yourself and then repeatedly do this effect. And it allows you to just, infinitely drain them, infinitely gain life. So there's no losing with this, unless they have either a removal spell or a counter spell for your Chain of Smog. So it's a pretty fun, deck where you're kind of like a mid-rangey creature pile. And then you also have this combo aspect, and then you can kind of go over the top as well with 5 drops and Vivian and a Gargaroth, and then maybe Enrika or Marin kind of grind in that sense. And then as for the sideboard, we have some pretty sweet cards. Veil Summer, obviously very good. Paradox Zone, which I've never seen this card before, but it makes I don't know exactly what it does. I think it makes a creature every instep, and I don't know if it makes 1 big one or if it makes separate ones, but it basically pumps out creatures. I don't really know why this is in the deck. This is a list that someone sent to me, so I think this card's good. If it resolves, and I'm assuming it's for Skyclave Apparition purposes, so maybe against taxes or other Esper Vial bullshit. I'm not really sure. Pernicious Steed, absolute powerhouse. This card's amazing. Really good against another 8 cast, taxes, humans, Esper Vial, anything that's really playing to the board. Card's fantastic. Collector Oof, great Green Sun Zenith target. Mindbreak Trap and Leyline of the Void are for those combo and graveyard decks. And then the last thing I kind of want to talk about is this 3-drop slot of absolute hosers. You have Opposition Agent, which is, basically it is an Ashiok on crack. It allows you to take what they're searching for, and your opponent just literally can't search their libraries. Endurance, we all know what Endurance does. Cards, absolutely phenomenal. It's great in Legacy because Delver's everywhere. It's good against the combo decks because you can pitch cast it, and if you really need to, against Storm or something. Card is castable, fantastic, love it. Now, anyways, folks, let's get into the video. I hope you all like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all there. Welcome to the second match where we are on the play. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hand is a little slow here. Just no ramp. All right, this hand's much better. I think we can probably just bend the Chain of Smog or a land. Because we get to go turn 1 Dryad Arbor. It's actually kind of close. If we want to do Chain of Smog, then we're kind of off the combo. But if we... The problem with doing I guess if we can get wastelanded, and it's a little awkward. But I think it's bottom forest or verdant or chain of smog. Because like if we go fetch Bayou on one, get dried arbor, I think that might be fine. So I guess I can just bottom the forest and go for like the highest upside play. I think this is fine. It will kind of suck if they have like, I don't know, they're probably not gonna force this, but if they have wasteland, it could be a little awkward. Their hand's not terribly great against that. We could look like elves, which this would be a fine. Yeah, this is like a reasonable elf start. File. Okay, looks like we're up against taxes. I would assume. Get our grist down. Grist is fantastic in this matchup. No, not our Gargaroth! My favorite card. Grist is quite good here. Also, Endurance is pretty good. And then also Cabal Therapy is very fine. So, what are we going to name with this therapy? We could do like Recruiter. We could do Stoneforge Mystic. But they're probably going to play Stoneforge Mystic here if they have it. So, definitely not. I'm going to name Recruiter here. Oh. They're pretty darn close to just this game. That might make me want to name Swords. I'm gonna name Swords. Okay, so they have Cathar Commander. They did have the Recruiter. God damn. Okay, so they're just gonna flash in Cathar Commander. I guess we're gonna just name Recruiter here, right? I think that's the only card that I care about in this. I was like, please don't tell me I don't know how to spell it. Holy, that was somewhat embarrassing. Oh man. All right. Beside the point. Oh, they revealed a Yorion. I should have known this was taxes before it even started, but tad bit embarrassing. Tad bit embarrassing. That's okay though. That's okay though. Correct. Well, we're representing the win next turn, plus they have a Solitude probably, which would be a absolute butthole. We're still in a pretty good spot. All they have is Spirit of the Lab, Extraction Specialist. We can also just like Chain of Smog them whenever they buy their Yorion. I feel like we're in an okay spot. Spirit of the Labyrinth doesn't really do anything against us. We have this Grist on the battlefield. Looking pretty good. Drew another Endurance. Alright. I guess we'll attack with our God tier 1. Here to the lab, whatever. They can Field Ruin us, but like that's not doing too much. Hopefully they don't get like a Recruiter here. Stoneforge Mystic also terrifying. Not that scary. So what we can do is Endurance here. Pretty happy with that. I mean, what's going to end up happening is they'll just vial in this Extraction Specialist probably in response, but like we'll just kill the mom and not care. Like, not that big of a deal. Like our 3/4 reach is just better than their board. Want to shuffle anyone's deck in at this point? Does represent lethal turn. Unless they draw another Swords to Plowshare, but they'd have to top deck it again, which would be kind of annoying. It'd be a tad bit annoying. But like even if they end up like somehow countering this, it's not that, or like killing our Witherbloom Apprentice, it's not that big of a deal. We're pretty far ahead with a Grist on the board. They can't attack. The only card that really matters at this point is Yorion. So we need to dodge that. They could also have Palace Jailer. If Player. Don't have Palace Jailer. They've drawn pretty well off the top. Sanctum Priesthood. Okay. Now we know they're just dead. They didn't have the Jailer, thank God. Surprised they don't have that in the deck, honestly. Like, very shocked that's not in their in their 80 card deck. Is that not legal in this format? I think it is. I'm obviously not an expert when it comes to this format, so I could be speaking out of my ass, and that's a card that just doesn't exist, but I think it does. I'm like fairly certain it does exist in this format. And I couldn't say that with complete. Almost 9. All right. So if you've never seen this combo, basically what it does is you can copy this over and over, and Witherbloom Apprentice, I guess I might have not said it in the intro, might not have talked about it, but basically whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, each opponent loses a life and you gain 1 life. This is infinite drain, infinite gain, so basically I can keep copying this Chain of Smog and then it's just game over. That's a pretty nice win. So things that are good against them: Paradox Zone, Pernicious. Collector Oof could be interesting, and then everything else relevant. So I think we still want the combo in. I think that's a nice thing to have. Opposition Agent is like weird. It's good, but it's also like not the best. I think Griefs could go. We want probably one of our 5 drops. The reason I brought in Paradox Zone is they are a Skyclave Apparition deck, and having anything that's 5 CMC is a really sticky permanence. Especially Eldar Gargaroth actually probably isn't that great because they have Swords and Solitude, so this is like this card just gets absolutely wrecked by a lot of things. So that is something I don't really want to be on. Veteran Explorer package, we are both on a lot of base, but fine. Here we can trim. I don't think there's anything I really want to trim. Like, Opposition Agent's not the best here, but it's still not bad because they do have Recruiter to the Guard. They have Field of Ruin, stuff like that. I mean, I don't think this is. Maybe we can trim on one. I don't think it's the best card in the world, but it's not a non-zero factor. Like, it could win us the game. I kind of like having it in the deck. Close. I think it's good enough. We're missing a black source, but that's okay. Veteran Explorer. Deadly Brew is pretty good here. Especially if they don't have a creature. Okay. So, let's get our Bayou. Deadly Brew. Pretty sweet. We get to sack the Veteran Explorer. Get some basics. Doesn't do too much. They get. We got Umazawa's Jit. We got Jit. It's actually not that big of a comp. Chris. Get 2 planes, which is scary. We can Chain of Smog them, which I think seems decent. If they want to copy it, I'm fine with that, because I will discard just 2 lands. I guess we'd both go Hellbent, essentially, except we'd have a Grist versus their Stoneforge Mystic, so. Is that worth it? I don't really know. I mean, obviously they might not copy it, so. Chain of Smog battles are always fun, because you never really know. Okay, they didn't want to fight that fight. Very reasonable to not want to fight that fight. part of the Skyclave and a port, which is pretty sweet. Alright, do we have Cauldra? We do. Can we beat that card? I don't think so. And Recruiter. Yeah. For Flicker Wisp. Here's Smog. Alright, let's look at the deck. Do we have an answer to Cauldra? We have, I guess, Deadly Brew. And that's it. Cauldra is a beater. Cauldra is a beater. I guess I could have tried to draw to our Witherbloom Apprentice. So maybe that was a tad bit of an early concession on my half. But kind of felt like the game was over there. That was definitely okay. Okay, I definitely had an early concession. The fact that we had Chain of Smog in our hand, we had a chance. Yes. We can get Explorer. I think this hand's fine. Close. Definitely a close hand. I mean, I think we keep it. Even want a Zenith on 1 here? Probably not. Don't think we want a Zenith on 1. I don't know what we even name with this cavern, to be quite frank. I don't think name of the cavern. Basic forest. Okay. So what we do here is we go Zenithine for 1. Grab ourselves a Veteran Explorer. Then we can Deadly Brew and then Deadly Brew again. Return another permanent. Okay. Sucks that you can't return Veteran Explorer, but okay. I'm guessing you name human in this deck. We have quite a few humans. Like, what is Witherbloom? Human? I don't know. We'll figure out. Talia? Talia? Ooh. Alright, yeah, let's name human. Human. We Deadly Brew here. This might be a mistake, but not opposed to Deadly Brewing. I wonder what they're gonna end up keeping. See, the thing is, we have Pernicious Deed, and Pernicious Deed is fucking insane against this deck, so I'm pretty happy at making this mistake if it is a mistake. And then we also have Zenith for something? Or what? Zenith for something. X is 4. We get Marin. I've never gotten Marin before. The Marin seems kind of fun. Marin seems interesting at the very least. Could this have been a mistake? Probably. I don't actually know how you're supposed to play against this deck. Like, I feel as if you Grafdigger's Cage. Actually, wait, hold up, never mind. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, we're definitely opposition agenting this turn. Ball therapy? Yeah, I guess. Name Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic. Gotcha. And then a Wasteland? They're too smart. Fuck, we should have tapped them. We should have tapped the cavern. No! I wanted to fucking... that's okay. That's fine, I guess. Guess it's okay. Fine, Yorion. Here? Sure. It's a little bit unfortunate. Other cavern. Lumen. Pernicious Deed. We can X is 5 this bad boy. X is 5 this bad boy. I don't know if we even really need to, but can do that. That is a play that we are legally allowed to make. They do have Caracas and Urion, which is kind of Andrew. Yeah, this is fine. Sure. Okay. I think we say go here. And then next turn, on their end step, we X is 5 this bad boy. Probably. We could also do it in their main phase. Maybe get them to tap out for Yorion again, and then we can Deadly Brew it. Yeah, I like that play, actually. Bounce Yorion. They might play it here. I'm not really sure about that, but we'll see. We can also just like X's for this. I think Marin is probably a pretty good bet. Oh, they did nothing. They did nothing. Makes me kind of think that they have a Solitude. What do we have here? That's the better question. We brought in Oof, Deeds, and Paradox Zone. We took out Gargaroth. Don't think there is anything worth grabbing here, so I guess we're just gonna say go and just like hold up Opposition Agent again. Doesn't feel great, but Wasteland. Okay. A tad bit annoying. Okay. Yorion out. The unkillable Yorion. In case they have Mana Tithe. In case they have Mana Tithe, let's well, I guess we can pay for the Mana Tithe. Yeah, look at that. We'll make this uncounterable. Making it uncounterable. How about that? How about them apples? Oh, wait, Marin is a legendary and they just have Caracas here. Oops. Ooh, doggy. Ooh, doggy. That's a good one. Okay, so they can Flicker Wisp this. It's annoying. So we can get this thing vigilant. Top card's Green Sun Zenith. I think we're gonna have to therapy them, dude. Not seem very great, but reach. Therapy you. Name Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp. Okay. They have Solitude Thalia. They get the Solitude this, kill this. But then we have 2 Green Sun Zeniths. We're bound to have something good in our deck to get, right? Bound to have something good in our deck, right? Can figure something out. Kinda sucks to think to kill our Vivian like this, though. I mean, I think we're gonna max out the X here. Let's look. It's gotta be something good. Marin, you are legendary. That sucks. Elder Gargaroth is not good because we don't have it in the deck. And I think I'm just gonna max it out and see where the hell it goes. Because there's bound to be something good in this deck to grab. Bound to be something good. Wrist. Not great because it just dies. Is Endurance our best option? Feel like it is. Because nothing else really does much. Marin would be great except for the fact they have Caracas, so I mean, I guess we're getting an endurance. Good to know we have Grist and Deadly Brew. A nice little combo. But this Yorion getting bounced over and over again is going to be really fucking annoying. Surprised I didn't bounce it there. And Talia. Land. So, like, I don't know how we win this game. It's probably going to involve... I mean, it has to involve... Or not just... That is so wrong, in my opinion. Like, they're not just bouncing Yorion and casting it here. Gotta be so incorrect. Okay, so what we can do is Veteran Explorer. We only have one basic left in our deck. I think it's a Forest. They'll sack Thalia. Grabbing here. Do we grab? It like has to be Pernicious Deed. Like kind of fucking sucks, but I don't think Vivian doesn't do that much. Sadly. Wow. Sucks. Like we have so much good stuff in the grave, but I just think Pernicious Deed is our only card that we can grab. Because the problem is they just have Yorion, so anything we grab is just gonna die. I'm assuming they have more basics at this point than us, so they have one basic left. Kinda sucks that we just mana, but okay. Holding them back. It is holding them back. Should bounce the Yorion, I believe. I guess no, they don't need. Okay. See, look, this is the weirdest thing. Like, why then is the question to me. Why then? Because you could have attacked that turn, made the same play on your turn. Like, it's not fantastic, but it is the play you got. God, dude, this loop is... Don't think we have a way to interact with this. Chain of Smog. 1, 2. Alright, well, we're gonna go for it. This is our interaction. It's, do you have swords, or are we winning this game? I'm gonna go for it. Did you draw swords? Drew swords, I will... Okay, we got there! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Alright, let's get to the next match. We're back here for match number 2. I'm gonna play again. Oh god, another 80 card deck, so it's probably taxes yet again. That'd be my assumption. There's not many... There's very few Yorion decks, and most of them are... Oh man. Hand's like so sketch. So good, yet so sketch. Alright, keeping this. Sit back endurance, I guess. I mean, it's definitely gonna be a combo, so let's just name swords here. It's definitely a combo. Swords to plowshares. Careless Jailer, Baleful Strix, okay. Don't know what this deck is. It looks like Esper Vile shenanigans. I don't really know what that means, though. I mean, assuming... I think we just win next turn, unless they find a... Force, except I don't know if this deck would run this. Like, I'd be very skeptical if this is a force deck. I have a hard time believing this is a Force of Will deck. Okay, well, that was probably the best possible draw on our deck. Don't know how many basics they have, but I'm just gonna name Palace Jailer here. Actually, it'll depend on if they have basics. If they don't have basics, I don't think we're naming Palace Jailer. If they have 2 basics, I think we name the Jailer. They have a brain. Then they even get to shuffle it away, which is assuming they kept Strix. Grab our 2 hands. I don't know really why I grabbed the snow-covered ones doing it. Okay, I think we need to name Palace Jailer. Alistair. Because their plan here is to... Oh, it's the second. Just say go. And then we can go for it next turn. Pretend like this matters. It doesn't really. But this turn, they have to go... What did they name? Abrupt Decay. Don't have it. But we have the combo in our hand. So they're probably going to have to play this Nomad and Core, or whatever the fuck this card's called, and Therapy us again, or else they just die. So, whatever the heck the name is. Nomads and Core. Oh, this is a cephalid breakfast, all it's called. Right? Deck. Something like that. I know the name. I think I know the name. Basically, they milled themselves out. It's called the breakfast. I know it's something breakfast. Something breakfast. I believe it's cephalid breakfast. They should probably take the Bloom. We have less copy. Actually, technically we have more copies. So Chain of Song is probably just a better card. See what they name. Probably Chain. We have more copies of this for sure. Okay, so they have the Core, Ponder, Caracas, 3 card. How good is making them not search their deck? I actually don't know, because I don't know their list very well. I don't know Legacy very well, so the problem is, yeah, I don't know this like the best. I'm not the greatest Legacy player in the world. I do like the format. I think it's fun and interesting, but I don't really. So. Go. They have. Could have Solitude, but Solitude's us anyway, so probably just fetch Dried Arbor here. They do nothing. They didn't even ponder. I think it's really fucking weird. Like, if they would have pondered, I would have got it, but like, I don't understand the point of not pondering there. Maybe their hand's just not very good. So their last 2 cards are Caracas and no, it's just Caracas and 2 mystery cards, 3 mystery cards. Not shuffle. Time to get the draft. Time to be on the beatdowns. We got the beats, we got the beats. We got the beats. I'm sent. We have a 2-turn clock here. If they have Solitude, sucks. Okay. Alright. Buddy Opal, what you got for us? Swordsing? Or not the Endurance. Swords Platter. Ooh, you know what's gonna be hot? If they go for the kill. Actually, I think they can do it. I don't know how. I don't know. Honor. I'm not gonna pretend that I know how this deck works. I do know that they mill themselves and then out a like simplifying our currently. Problem. Now I don't know how we win. I should have waited. Whoopsies. Punt, punt, punt. Clobbered with the. Alright, well, we're gonna hold it for a turn. Alright, we're holding for a turn. Hold. Maybe we can top deck a. We draw a Green Sun Zenith, we win the game. If we draw a Witherbloom Apprentice, we win the game. If they do nothing and just buy Yuri on this turn, do that. Oh, hold up. Why do we win this game? By drawing Bloom Apprentice. So let's do that. Yeah. Literal only way we win this game. By either A, drawing a Witherbloom Apprentice, or B, drawing a Witherbloom Apprentice. And if we draw Witherbloom Apprentice, we actually get to protect ourselves by Chain of Smogging them. Oh, wait, but then they can copy it. Never mind. Never mind, because they would definitely copy it and target us. We'd be dead. So basically, we need to draw it. Maybe this turn, or maybe next turn. I think we have probably exactly one extra turn here, or we're dead. But again, pretty simple sideboard here. Again, we'll probably just bring in Ooh, Pernicious Deeds. This might not be a Paradox Zone matchup. Card that we were looking for. But now, if we draw a whatchamacallit, in the game, Witherbloom Apprentice. Where we're at. Guess we should thin our deck on the instep here. Thin out our deck as if it matters at this point. It probably won't matter because I don't think it's worth it actually. Thinning our deck. Because we might, let's see, they're tagging for 5. Yeah. Thinning our deck at all is actually a mistake at this point. Alright, well, never mind. We're dead next turn. So we're gonna thin out our deck. They have never mind, Batter Skull doesn't. Well, actually it'll depend on what they bring out here. We'll see what else they reveal. There's a chance that we're just gonna be dead next turn, so we should thin, but if not, we'll go for it. Actually pretty impressed that our opponent won this game. I thought our hand was pretty impressive. But you know, it happens. Okay, yeah, we're 100% dead next turn. Go. Let's thin out our deck. Thin out our deck. Please give us a Green Sun Zenith. I guess let's have it. I'd be kind of curious to see how many basics they have. But let them show us that they have the win. I'd assume we are dead here. Yeah, with them running out of Solitude like that, couldn't imagine us winning this game. But maybe there's a world we're not dead. Okay, they're putting in Batter Skull. Maybe we're not dead. Copium. Copious amounts of copium. Alright, so their hand is 4 mystery cards. Can we beat it? We need to draw Witherbloom Apprentice. This is like the exciting thing about this deck. You know, you have a combo, which like you're a fair deck, but you also have this combo that can just win the game out of nowhere. And it makes for at least some exciting games. Not going to say that it's always exciting, but definitely makes for like these type of games where if you're a traditional like black green no combo at all, then like we're just never winning from here, right? But then you could think like, oh, you know, we have some stuff, so maybe there was a chance. I don't know. We'd have like some more mid-range cards, but I tend to think that this is like better here, and we have more of a chance this game than we probably should have, because we do have outs at this point. Please, 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 don't have a freaking solitude. No, I have a force. They had us. No. Damn it. Thought we had a chance. All right, Pernicious Deed in. Greece are actually probably good in this matchup. Hunter Gargaroth just sucks again. We see swords. I think we saw swords. No, we saw Solitude. I don't like this Solitude decks in general. We could. Leyline doesn't do anything. Veil is. I'm assuming they have. We saw fetch lands, but I'm assuming that they have Recruiter somewhere in their 75 or 95. Apologies. So I think the card's good. Vivian can probably go. I don't like great here. Maybe like an Endurance. Endurance isn't horrible, but I think we have better cards. It is kind of shitty that we've paired up against two decks that have a decent amount of basics. So, like, I think this gets a lot better when it's a one-sided ramp, but that's okay. That is perfectly fine. They're allowed to play as many basics as they mean and whatnot. And let's see. Do have a Veteran Explorer, but the rest of the hand's not particularly strong. We draw a fetch land kind of in business, though. Black Source, apologies. But definitely a tad bit risky, but Veteran Explorer, best blocker in the world. Best blocker and best attacker. Just like, do you want to make this trade? I don't think you do, but who knows? Plus, Besage's really good if we have a, whatchamacallit? We have a, off the top, thinking about killing rusty old Veteran Explorers. Go, buddies! Let's go, buddies! Let's go, let's go, let's go. They're too strong. Don't play a Stoneforge Mystic. Uh-oh. Ow! Don't have a freaking... Wait. They have a Shuko. Okay. This is pretty funny. This is not gonna lie. Let's go, buds. They don't want to ramp themselves. Okay. Third Veteran Explorer. Let's go. Let's go, Veteran Explorer. See. Gotcha. Honestly, our hand's pretty bad. I think after the third Veteran Explorer, the hand got a little bit worse. I mean, it got a lot worse, like, you know, since we didn't draw a Black Source, but it's definitely not been the best hand in the whole world. But we are kind of, you know, clocking them. We're getting aggressive here. We are getting aggressive. Maybe they just don't have a land. But we're attacking for 3 a turn. Like, how are you going to stop this? Huh? Aether Vial. Gotcha. Interesting they didn't take the deed. It's gracious. Give me a fucking land. Please give me a Black Source and we win this game. We win this game. I honestly do think Black Source off the top wins this game. Not even that close, in my opinion. Not even that close. Juko. Anyone watch, well, I don't think it really matters, but if anyone's in here, or anyone's watching, Veteran explorers, die for my sins. How bad would we be winning this game if we had a freaking... If we have a, if we draw a goddamn black source, this game's so over. The funny thing is, I think endurance makes it so we can't lose this game right now. But I think they're gonna have to block soon. Give me a black source so I can just name Yorion, please. Black source. Let's go! Let's go. Yorion, Sky Nomad. The other hand has a prismatic ending in it. Yeah, sir. Oh man, imagine if I would have gotten to like put this opposition agent on the battlefield. Oh. Prismatic ending. Gotcha. Alright, look at us. We did it, folks. I guess we can just do it for 1. 1's kind of the same as 2. Nah, I think we just want to do it for 1. Or for 2 next turn. Also, just holding it up on 1 is kind of reasonable. Then we just don't die. But get in there, buddies. How will you ever lose, my friends? They're too strong! They're too strong! Veteran explorers, go! Blocking. Alright, they did show us that they had a basic... I should have probably played out this, opposition agent, maybe. Whatever, they get to thin their deck. Okay. Look at us. We're getting places. We're going places. Witherbloom Apprentice. Go. So they only have 3 basics. A Force of Will. Absolute butthole. What an absolute meanie. So we should probably just like slam this opposition agent now, but didn't they know we had an endurance? Do I want to shuffle? Shuffle it. All right, they conceded. Let's go! We drew the black source and our hand was cracked. There we go. There we go. It's too strong. We want Veils. I don't hate Veil because they are a Force of Will deck, but like that's really it. It would really only be to push through our combo. So like, is it worth it then? I don't think so. Pretty close call, honestly, but I don't. Look at the God tier Pernicious Deed. This card's been really good for us. So this is one card that I kind of wish was in Modern, but I think it'd be too good. But I'd love Deed to be in Modern. This card's just super fun. Like, it's really strong, but it's really fun. Very fun card. Very fun card to play with. Aaron also just... We've yet to get to use Marin. I actually don't feel like Marin would be that strong in this matchup. Maybe I should. Don't. I feel like it's kind of weak. Sucks. Oh man. This is like a hand really banking on Pernicious Deed. Doing some stuff. Deed's very good. Like very, 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 very good in this matchup. But the rest of this hand is just like so weak. Guess I'm gonna keep it. I'm not very excited about this hand, but I think this is probably better than a 5. Like, to be honest. Okay, Grief is not a bad draw. They're definitely not on Wasteland, so I highly doubt. I mean, they could be on Wasteland, but I just would like tend to highly, highly doubt that they have Wasteland in their deck. Very doubtful. If you have Stoneforge Mystic, that would be a little bit terrifying. Not their fetch land. Okay. Alright, well. Fine, I guess. Brainstorming. Hey, that's not fair. They get Brainstorm in their deck. We know we've seen quite a few Brainstorms, so that's okay. I think they're probably favored in this matchup purely because they have blue cantrips and we don't. Blue cantrips in Modern or in Legacy are pretty stupid. They're very good. Blue black Baleful Strix. Okay, that's fine. Things are tapped out pretty much, so the only real way they can counter this Pernicious Deed is by forcing it, and if they're forcing it, I'm pretty happy. So, great. We could be dead next turn. I should have done this on the upkeep, but they're tapped out. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know, could be dead next turn. Let's see if we draw something that makes us not dead, possibly. I mean, we could grief, but I don't think it's worth griefing, pitching, deed. We draw like a Cabal Therapy. Is that better than deed? I don't really know. Well, they can't. Okay, so they'd have to have Cephalid, whatever, and the one card. We could grief pitch, play Grist. Like I guess we do have Castle Lock. Oh man, that's the safe play, but it's also kind of the playing afraid play. And we can also Grist on, or we can Cavern on Insect here to resolve this guarantee, which is kind of nice. That's horrible. But the problem, okay, so the problem is if they have Force of Will, we just die anyway. Like, assuming their hand's blue card, Force, Cephalid, whatever it's called, and the 2-drop. You know what I'm talking about. God, Thassa's Oracle, we just die. So it's a very specific hand, but I think I want to go with Deed here. Could be a mistake. They have Force. Force pitching Brains. They have the gun. Alright, I'm definitely gonna grief turn. Griefing them. Have a Stone Urge. We could make them counterable, but I think if they're forcing here. If they're forcing this, Dark Amoeba. Penguin's really annoying, actually. But Batter Skull is probably just. Prismatic Ending's kind of terrifying. And just kill our Grist. It's kind of annoying. Fine, your. Oh. That's good. That's really good. Yorion. Yorion, Sky Nomad. And then we can just name Prismatic Ending. Grist. Prismatic Ending. Gotcha. Now they have a Narc Amoeba, and that's it. And then we have Grist on the board. I think we're actually pretty favored from this position. Not like a guaranteed victory, but here. We have a lot of great top decks. They don't really at this point. I mean, I think our top decks are better than theirs. In case they have like a weird counter spell, I might as well as make sure it resolves. We can draw a card on the end step here. We don't have any free spells other than Grief. We need 2 spells in our hand to cast it, so. Scariest card at this point would probably be Palace Jail. That would actually, yeah. Palace Jailer would be kind of terrifying to deal with. Because then that's just like, you know. But if they're attacking, then they can't hold the. Because we did see Palace Jailer. Please don't have Palace Jailer. Return. You've got. So. Oh man. I can sack 3 creatures. Alright. Get ahead. And we still have a lot of good top decks at this point. File here. Shuko, you got it. Damn, Shuko getting equipped on an Narcomoeba. What an unbeatable combo. Shuko plus Narcomoeba equal dubs. They're playing around Endurance. Ball. Black. Play out good old Opposition Agent. Gotcha. This is a May ability, which is kind of annoying, but, you know. Oh, man. I tapped so poorly. Now I can't activate Castle. Yikers. That's not good. Maybe I should have down-ticked on this Yorion. I think that might have been a mistake. I didn't even think about that. Okay. God, I just tapped so bad again. I didn't even... Who's letting me do this? I guess I could. There's no world I could have cast this, but at least I could have tapped reasonably better. To, you know, if I drew maybe, you know, Chain of Smog, we would have won this game. But okay, that'd be just, you know, this. Oh, ball therapy. Not die this turn. We're gonna attack for 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we don't die if we cast Cabal. Swords of the Wither. I'll just name like Storm or something like that. I don't really well. Alright. Yeah, sure. No, probably should attach with the Opposition Agent. So how do we win from here? We probably have to draw. I don't know if we have an out. Because we don't have Elder Gargaroth in our deck. Pernicious Deed, maybe? One, two. Yeah, Pernicious Deed is our out. It's not even that great of an out, but like at least keeps us alive. So alright, well, whatever. We have one out. It is Pernicious Deed. Oh, motherfucker. That was a good one. That was a good one. Wait, what? I don't know how this card works. Whatever. If we get to keep our Dryad on the battlefield, maybe this is fine. Uh-oh. My Wi-Fi go out? So the better question is, do we get to keep our Dryad Arbor? I actually have zero fucking clue how this card works. Each creature. I don't think I get to keep my Dryad Arbor, but here we are. No, I don't. I thought. Deadly Brew. Yeah. Much. God damn it. So they just get to start drawing 2 a turn. While we do nothing. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize. Thassa's Oracle. Uh-oh. Raggy. Puts a card on top. Alright, give me a Green Sun's Zenith, please. Wither Bloom Apprentice. I gotcha. Good riddance. Good riddance. Not a bad one to draw. Allows us to block and possibly win this game. Come on, give me a Green Suns! Because then we can do Marin bullshit. And Marin seems really good on this board state. Baleful. Alright. Give me Chain of Smog. Give me Chain of Smog. That's not a Chain of Smog. Chain of Smog! Green Sun Zenith. I don't. Let's get some Marin, right? I'm doing it for the max because I don't think it matters. And it's a life. Okay. Endurance? Marin's just better. Because Marin just. I actually win this game. Give us our Dried Arbor back to the battlefield. This has been a grindy ass game. Another Cephalid Illusionist, or whatever the heck it's called. Alright, so now we can Cabal Therapy this turn and buy us another turn. Is there anything we can do? Endurance buys us another turn. I think we just name Force Will. Force of Will. Servile Flooded String. Huh? You can just get back Opposition Agent 1, 2, then we can cast it. Pretty good. Alright, don't troll fucking Force! Maybe I should have played the Endurance now. Flooded Strand that we knew about. Yeah, I should have played this on my turn, whatever. Don't tell me you drew a Force. Let's go! Are we shuffling their deck back in? Yeah, they have Dread Return. But oh my god, are we fucking getting there? This game's so wild. This game's fucking wild. Another Opposition Agent. Okay. So attack. How many? We have 2 time counters. Attack with the. Okay, so we get. We killed the. We get to have the Ting. Wait, what? Why did Grief just come back? What? Oh, because we got the. Oh, I was like, because we got the fucking. Okay. It's like, why did we just get Grief? Because we are the, we're the Monarch again. Hells yeah. Let's get back our Endurance. Deadly Brew. Okay. Okay. Alright. Come on, deck! We should not have won this game. Holy shit! This game was insane! Oh my god, we shouldn't have fucking won. Oh my goodness. Alright, folks, I'll see you in the next match. I think we are on the play again. With a sketchy hand that I'm not gonna keep. Hand's also a little sketchy, but I kind of like the way it looks. What are we binning? It's either like Caracas or Beseiju, whichever one we think is going to be more versatile in this matchup. I kind of feel like I would rather Beseiju here. Alright, let's see what our opponent's on. Not another Yorion deck, which makes me happy. Looted Delta deck. Pondering. That noise. Whatever the heck it is. Does not matter. Endurance? Probably pretty good against a Looted Delta Ponder deck. Wasteland? Okay. I really want to play this out, but be up against. Tell me your secrets, opponent. Phyrexian Dreadnought. Oh, baby. That we're up against. I pitch cast Vivian here, or Endurance here. We get a basic first. Better question is, are we pitch casting this Endurance? Hate it. I don't love it. Nah, I'm not going to. It would have stuck, which is nice, but I think we're fine just Deadly Brewing. If they want to counter this, that's fine. I have Fluster. God, that's so sick. That's so sick. That was so gross. All right. How do we beat the 13-13 Trampler? I don't really know. I don't think we do. Okay, we need another Deadly Brew. And then to not have a Force of Will. Yep, that doesn't do it. Alright, well, slip out the back. Got us pretty good there. Did not expect that one. We probably want Veils in this matchup. Opposition Agent doesn't seem great. Grief doesn't seem great. Pernicious Deed. I think this is like another Pernicious Deed matchup. This card's just been very impressive. Elder Gargaroth actually probably stays in here. They're probably on a lot of basics. This probably is mono blue. I don't know if they're on Delver or not. I'd assume they're on Delver, so like Endurance is pretty good. I think Lily can go here. Maybe like a opposition agent. And then trim on the combo, I guess. Although the combo seems pretty decent against them. We'll see. We'll see how this ends up shaping up. The hand looks pretty good. We get to turn 1 Zenith, which I love, and then we have Veteran Explorer plus Deadly Brew, which is a pretty nice combo. Actually, so the real question is, do we even want a Zenith on 1? I don't know if we do. It ramps us, but I don't really love it. I'm just gonna play Explorer. I think I'm more convinced that the Zenith's gonna be our win con later on. I'm not like 100% sure on that, but I do think that is a little bit more likely than the Screen Sun Zenith being a ramp spell now. We have our ramp. What are we up against? I don't know if this is Delver. Things we gotta figure out by the end of this game. We want to have a better chance for game 3. We gotta figure out what the hell we're up against. Gotta figure it out. I actually feel like this is a good matchup. Come on. All go, Matt. Caucus? Okay. The draw go Magic, our favorite. Probably doesn't favor us, but pretty happy about that. Pretty happy about that one. Pernicious Deed's also great. I don't know why I fetched. Reason 2. Deadly Brew. We're slipping through some space. Stubborn Denial. Stubby D. Ooh, I should have played a land. Player out days. Fuck. Fuck. Can I get this back, please? Force, pitching Stifle. Alright. So yeah. You probably have to throw this under the bus. Probably gonna bus. How do we win this game? Don't know. Might not have counter magic. We'll figure that out next on blocking. Are blocking. Stifled. I'd be somewhat happy about this getting stifled because stifle could have popped our D. All right. Resolved. Fuck yeah. Do it on their upkeep, I guess. You have a stifle? Jeez, dude. All right, they got us. That was a pretty good showing for their deck. Second loss of the league. Not too great, but I mean, they just had. I mean, they had 3 protection spells, and that's what kind of got us in the end. So, see you along match number 5. We're back here for the last match. We're on play yet again with a probably unkeepable hand into a pretty darn good one. I think we just put back this cavern and feel pretty happy with this hand. Pretty happy with this hand. Ball therapy is goated. Oh, please play a fucking Delver on 1. I would kiss you on the mouth. Alright. Naming Force of Will, I think. Maybe Brainstorm. I think I'm more interested in Brainstorm. Well, it depends on if this resolves. If it resolves, I'm probably naming Brainstorm. Since it doesn't resolve, I might be a little bit more interested in naming something else. I think we name Force of Will since it resolved. Or since it didn't resolve. There goes that. There goes all this shit. Okay. Force of Will. Pyroblast, Chain Lightning, Wasteland. Their hand's not very good. Aggressive Iteration. Gotcha. Hey, that would have been a good name, actually. So we just hasn't been. We just transform this. We have to transform it. Their cat. I like how this cat just sits on top of my computer all day. Doesn't like. Oh shit, that's cool. There's no saying what their hand is at this point. Like almost no clue what it could be. I'm assuming there's a chain lightning in there, but that's really about it. Bad region. Alright, well, we're pretty here. We can make them stack something, but just get to reload this turn. This is going to be a pretty tough one to come back from. You could take that out. Guess we should just use it up here. Hello. See her tail? Yeah. A tail has appeared. Alright. We need Grist this turn. Alright. Giving myself some false hope. Maybe top deck Chain of Smug. Maybe they don't have a counter, nor a removal spell for my creature. Giving me some false hope, deck. Let's go. Would have been dead if they would have done that pre-combat. Yeah, we're dead. If they did that pre-combat, we wouldn't have been alive, so we had some false hope. Okay. Things I'm looking at. Leyline might be good. It's weird because it's not great, fine at the same time. I don't think I would like Grief. I don't think I love Opposition Agent. Like, I almost like don't even want to in my deck. Their deck's like freaking all removal, all counter spells. Like, I just don't think that's ever. and maybe this is a bad way to look at it, but like that's just like so unrealistic to me that I'm just very skeptical of it. But I think we want all of this. So like maybe we can just get rid of opposition or two, turn on the combo a little bit, just like have it as like that weird one outer. But I think the stuff like Leyline's not amazing, but I think if it's in our opener, it's just good enough. But okay, I'm keeping this. It is turn 3 combo. Sometimes you just gotta hope it works. The turn 3 combo killer. Sometimes you just gotta go for it, right? Am I right? Or am I right? Fuck you. We playing it now? We're not playing around days. If we're playing around days, yeah, right. Miss a land drop. Let me win this game. You know? I mean, I'm going for it if they don't remove this. Yeah. Gotcha. Fail was literally the perfect draw. I'm going for it. Okay. They had it. They had it all! Alright. Gotcha. Probably should have let the first one resolve, but that's okay. I'm not upset with how this game turned out. Like, we kind of had to... I mean, we didn't have to do that, but... I'm at this point where, like, it's in our hand. We drew Veil Summer. We had Veil back up. Like, there's not ever a world where I'm not going for it there. I think that's just absolutely crazy to not go for him. I think I'm gonna stone right now. They want expressive iteration. Stone. Take the stone. Not amazing, but how they been a fucking Murktide region? That's absurd. That's gotta be crazy. That's gotta be wrong, dude. There's no freaking way. They get Delirium, but like that's still crazy to me. They go to 15. They go to win this race. Get Dried Arbor, maybe. We get the Dried Arbor to win this race. That's a good one. A very, very good one, actually. Fucking hydration. Ugh. Aw. That's a frustrating way to go out. That is a frustrating way to go out, isn't it? Line flip an expressive was, you know, that's okay, but like then they bend a Murktide and they top deck the Murktide. I'm not seeing any ways out. We can't like right. Block here takes. Yep. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Tough game to lose. I mean, was that game 2 or game 3? I don't even remember. It doesn't really matter. We ended up going 2-3, which is okay for the deck. I don't think Deck Fit is the best thing in the world, but it was pretty interesting, right? We had a lot of fun stuff going on here. We got to combo actually quite often. I think the sideboard felt pretty decent. One thing I kind of want to think about is possibly like I know Deed is not great main deck, but this card felt absurdly good. I don't think we want this card. This card just like kind of fucking sucks. I don't really know why it's in here. If you could find it off of Green Suns, then like maybe it makes sense, but and like the grief package just didn't feel impressive to me, so like I'd probably end up cutting this stuff here and then figuring out exactly where you want to be. Vivian also felt abysmally bad. I think one Gargaroth is fine. Probably would max out on the Witherbloom Apprentice and Chain of Smog. I guess well, you have 7 copies, so like I think it's kind of reasonable to stick at this. But those 4 cards are just bad. Like the Grief and the whatever the flying creatures, horrible Magic cards. Don't think they're worth it. I do like the one Liliana the Last Hope. I think this is pretty decent. I'd probably be playing like if you're playing these weird one-ofs in the deck. I just think it. I don't know. It seems weird. I think sideboard, pretty decent overall. I think the Oof is a great addition. I think I'd probably want another like Hate Bearer. I'm not sure which ones you could have in this format because I don't play it enough. I don't have the best replacements here. I'd probably be on all 4 Opposition Agents. I think this card's really good. It felt fairly strong. Deadly Brew. I think I'd be on 4 copies. Maybe play like 1 Hex Drinker in the deck as like a weird find. I don't know what other green creatures there are. There's probably some really good ones that I'm not thinking of, like maybe a Questing Beast, flying one, maybe something for Murktide, like the uncounterable pro blue creature. I think could be reasonable. And then I don't know where else I'd be, but the deck, I think it was a fairly good start. I also think this Karakas can probably be sideboard, and then you can add another land to the deck. Mind Break Traps were not like too like happening, but we also didn't play against combo, and I think this is good against combo, so I'm fairly fine with like these 7 cards. I think were pretty bad against combo. You could also play like Thoughtseize in this deck, but I know you already have the Therapy combo with Veteran Explorer and like a bunch of like tokens. And then like possibly more Grist is really about it. I think Grist is really good in this deck, so those would be my suggestions. If you are thinking about getting into this deck, those would be my suggestions. I felt like it had a good base. I think there were some problems. Obviously, the Griefs were not really good. I did not like the Flyer, and I did not like the Vivian. I think the Vivian was just like kind of like a cutesy card. So I don't know. I think it's okay. So anyways, folks, I really appreciate you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.